G'day, I've been NotJah Witness here for my fourth part as an atheist answering questions from Wonder Lady. Make sure to check her channel and sub to her if you enjoy this series. I have over 60 to get through to catch up, so I won't mince words here. Are you pro-life or pro-choice? Pro-choice, always have been, despite what I was taught as a dub. Define evil. Is evil a real thing? If you take religious meaning out of it, it could just be considered anything bad. In a subjective context, it is useless. Do you believe in sin? No, but I used to. Are you an anti-theist? Probably. Where do you stand on the death penalty? We haven't had it here in decades, and I'm happy about that. 2 reasons. You do not kill innocent people, and there is greater punishment in imprisonment and greater chances of rehabilitation while still alive. Do you believe in magic? Stage magic? Yes, I love performing, but I always clarify to people in my show that what I do are illusions, tricks to fill your senses and enjoy as part of our known reality. There is no magic. Are there absolutes? Absolutely. Maybe. Potentially, but possibly not. What would you rather be, moral or legal? Both and neither. We compromise each for different situations while in different places. Do you believe in Satan? No. Do you protest? To what? To some things I sure do. Do you believe in luck? In the sense of chances, yes, in that you can fall on good or bad fortune when dealing with a random variable. But that being said, random variables are only such until we observe their processes and or their patterns. Are there atheists in foxholes? Foxholes makes me think of the frontline battles. I know the history behind this question, but I still feel it's kind of stupid. There were, there are, and they all fight for the wrong powers just the same and the right reasons just the same, but simply don't bestow their fears and hesitations to run to their death onto any almighty being. Should exorcism be legal? Nope. Are weddings religious rituals or legal contracts? Both. Legally, only legal, however it is used as a religious ceremony for faithful folk. Why do you not believe? Too much bullshittery in general. Would you allow your child to attend church? Fuck no, mate. I'll send them to their dad's lame metal concerts and shit, but wouldn't put them through that crap. Does atheism, religion, influence your romantic relationships? It really, it didn't before, and nor does it much now. That being said, I got laid a lot more while I was a theist so far than as an atheist. I need to get out more. Is evolution connected to your lack of faith? Is science? Not really for me. Again, never was and still isn't. Why do you discuss religion if you don't believe? Because I did, and it took years of my life and continues to take my family's and others, so that is one of those things that I do protest. What religious text upsets you the most? What religious text do you like? Yeah, I like the love your neighbor, and your neighbor is the unfamiliar type, not from, these parts kind of lines. Those are good. I like them. Don't like the killing and the raping and the pillaging helpless people so much. Are you moved by religious art or music? Sure am, but not the whole hymns type of religious music and not the pictures in the books for the art, but I love the influences religion has on our art and music in our societies. Do atheists eat babies? I don't know if we all do, but I had one for brekkie, fried up some baby fingers for lunch, and tonight I'm just going to have some leftover legs. What is sleep paralysis? Describe how it feels. I do not know. I'm too tired to think. Explain evolution in 3 sentences or less. How long can the sentences be? Oh crap, that was a sentence. In a million years they'll say those motherfuckers were all deranged. It's evolution. Can you explain why atheists seek community? Same reasons that theists do, I would assume. Which is smarter, atheist or theist? I do not feel that there is a strong correlation between the subject of theism and intelligence. There is a strong correlation between education standards, i.e. curriculum, and theism, however. Is the separation of church and state important to you? Can you explain? Yes, but it seems to be rather non-existent here sometimes. Like, the legislation seems to only benefit a minority of overall religions within the nation rather than offer real equality of indifference. Explain why the second law of thermodynamics is a failed theist argument. How in the fuck am I meant to do that? Go talk to a scientist or read some articles on it. Fuck, do I look like a scientist? Do you respect flat earth theists? Why or why not? As much as I do any other human, but I will tear their ideas apart if I feel like it, and if they go me, I will tear them a new one just for the fun. Why do theists want to control the education system? They do? Oh, America. Scientism, bitch. Why do atheists want to control the education system? They do? Oh, never mind. Science, bitch. Write a short story about the moon. Hello, I'm the moon. What is more important? What is said, how it's said, or who said it? Out of those, what is said. But more important is what is meant by set words, as what is said can be misunderstood or misinterpreted, or even in a completely different language. Do you ever listen to sermons? If so, why? When they're on one of GE's streams or, no, that's about it. I've recorded a talk from the Dubs convention, but I don't do that too often. What group is more outraged, theists or atheists? They're rather good at being each other's equals. Do you believe in the powers of a magic 8-ball? My sources say no. Do you believe in extraterrestrials? Why and why not? If so, do they visit us? Fuck ET, man. But no, they haven't visited us, or we would know all about it. But there is a possibility that they exist, so it makes for a fantastic thought experiment. What is the meaning of life? To live it. Will humans colonize other planets? Eventually, it is close enough to certain. Who is more generous, atheists or theists? Again, it is hard to compare each honestly. I feel there are a good quantity enough in both groups, but would need to see some research on it. Are monsters real? If so, which ones? Sort of. The creatures we are not yet aware of and understand we perceive as monsters. So now there are far fewer than there used to be. Was the moon landing real? Did rabbits get there first? Rabbits definitely got there first, but the moon landing was still real. Are any of the religions of the world more believable than the Abrahamic religions? Maybe, but it's not a measure in which I compare religions. What do you dislike about atheists or atheism? They can be as hard-headed and stupid as theists can be. Do some atheists sell out? Sure, so do some theists. Kenham. What false add-on topics are associated with atheism? Science. Do tits sell atheism? I hope not. I don't have very good ones. Do you always need evidence for every claim? For objective claims or claims about an objective fact, yes. Did you dabble in deism? Technically, yes. Not including atheist content, what else do you watch on YouTube? Gaming content like this NotJah guy who plays random games once in a while. You should check him out. Yeah, shameless plug. Otherwise, I watch a lot of science-based channels and news and current affairs. Do you consider yourself reasonable and or logical? Yes, but only never. However, sometimes I really will be. Who are your favorite atheists? How about your least favorite? Check my subscribed and following lists. For least favorite, I still don't enjoy watching the arrogance of Dawkins, however I understand it. If your parents told you something false, is that a lie? Quite likely, but it doesn't mean they knew it wasn't true. If you disagree or question a friend, are you a bad friend? Not in my opinion. In fact, sometimes it is what makes you a good friend. How do you treat religious people? How do you feel about religious people? I generally try to treat them like any other people. I feel that they are misguided at best, intentionally ignorant, or in denial at worst. Tax churches, why or why not? This is a complicated one. There's valid points to and not to tax churches. I think it depends on how you legislate such a thing, but if done efficiently and with enough safeguards, it could be a good direction. Missionary work, helpful or harmful, and why? It can be both, but overall I feel it's useless. You're better served putting your time and effort into non-religious based charity work that proves to actually help where they promise to. Love, does it have a nature? Is it predictable? I have no idea. There are variables that are predictable or where you can use trends to make predictions, but that is very different to being able to actually foresee love. Religion, did it help or hinder civilizations? I think a good dose of both, but we're now well past the point of needing it, so we should work on retiring the old traditions that serve no more purpose to our civilization. Should there be religious exceptions in courtrooms? Generally speaking, no, but it doesn't mean that we need to be unduly obstinate towards offering compromise for non-important matters for the sake of progressing in the actual matter of the court. I.e., if someone refuses to swear on a Bible, they should just be allowed not to, and get on with it. Be it they want another text or none. But where someone, say, wishes to not have any females on the jury or some crap because of their religion, well yeah, no, sorry, it doesn't work like that. Women and men, are they treated equally in courts? Are they treated equally by police? I would say no quite confidently. However, this may differ between places, of course, and maybe through the innate prominence of male criminals compared to females through court history. Thus, the system controls is literally written with men in mind. I was going to link an article below, but it requires a library sign-in, so that's just not going to work. Anyway, that was 61 questions down, and I'm ready for the next set, which I am sure are already uploaded by the time this goes live. Make sure to check out Wonder Lady's channel to catch her full series of questions and more. And make sure to leave any of your thoughts in the comments section below. If you agree, disagree, or you wish to correct me, feel free. Plus, if you have any other topics you want me to cover or dig deeper into, leave your suggestions down there too. I am on the Facebook and the Twitter machine at NotJah Witness if you want to get in touch with me there. And if you would like to see more on the JWs or other religious beliefs, as I do what I can to expose and refute them where I can, hit that like button and please subscribe. It is a huge help and is always appreciated. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching, and remember, I'm the imaginary underworld apostate, NotJah Witness.